And the latest after this is Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Over the weekend, 29 people in the Slimp community of Perry County lost their home after an apartment building burned down on Saturday.
The apartment owners tell me it was a total loss. I spoke with them and two moms that lived there as they reflect on that day and how they hope to move forward. On Saturday, the unimaginable happened as Harold and Debbie Shepard received a call that the apartment complex their family had owned for approximately 50 years was on fire, saying despite the loss, they're considering it a blessing because no one was hurt.
That's my main concern right there. I don't care if I never build nothing back, as long as I can go in there and lay down and go to sleep knowing nobody's hurt. That's all I need.
Blessed to be alive, but overcome with emotion. 29 people stood outside and watched as their home lit up with flames, destroying everything inside.
Nobody got nothing at all. By the time we got everybody out, the fire department said nobody got back in the building. It was done.
We couldn't get nothing out.
Katie Daniels and Jessica Reynolds say they are now living in a trailer with 21 people, never dreaming their kids would not have a home less than 1 week into their summer break.
It affected them just like it did us. I mean, my little 2-year-old's running around saying, Mommy, I lost everything. And she's 2.
My baby one, the 5-year-old, she's taking it harder than any of them.
Saying their main needs right now are clothes, shoes, and food. But they are beyond thankful for the people in their little community who have come together to help.
We just like to thank our community for coming together like they did. I mean, it means a lot.
It does.
And the Shepherds say they are going to miss having everyone around.
And you get to know them people. They're just like family too. And I hope they can find them
the best for them. I hope they can all find them a place and make the best of it.
Yep.
Working to make the best of a very unimaginable situation.
It's rough, but we all have each other, don't we, sis?
Yep.
The Appalachian Wood Boogers Jeep Club has planned a fundraiser for June 24th. Organizer Nora Hall says it will be at Leatherwood Elementary School's field, and all proceeds will go to the 29 people impacted by the fire. We will share more information about the fundraiser on our website, WYMT.com, as it becomes available.
Southeastern Kentucky will have a new attraction this fall, further expanding horse racing in the Commonwealth. More than 1 year ago, ground was broken on Cumberland Run in Corbin. It includes the standard bred track, stables, and gaming hall. October 15th is the target start date for racing, and city officials say they are excited for all that is to come.
Absolutely. I think that people are always looking for the next, big thing, something different, and this will provide them with a completely different experience.
Racing will last 10 days in October, but wagering on historical horse racing on slot-like gaming machines will be offered year-round. Leading up to Christmas time, many kids might ask Santa for the most popular toy or game. But last Christmas, you might remember 6-year-old Caleb White wished for a new home.
White's family was just one of many that lost theirs in July's flood. But earlier today, White's wish was finally granted. WYMT's Alyssa Williams has the story. After losing his home in July's devastating flood, 6-year-old Caleb White began saving money to help his family purchase a new home.
Yeah, and a little bitty piggy bank. Just like this big.
White had even added the home to his Christmas wish list, and on Christmas morning, White learned his wish would eventually be fulfilled.
There's more. Open it up, look at it.
Our new house! Our house!
In our own way, it was a dream come true. We were able to do something that 6 months before, whenever the flood had happened, we would have said would have been absolutely impossible.
On Wednesday, the family gathered with Team Kentucky officials, the Housing Development Alliance, and other community members to receive the keys to their new home.
Exciting! What do you think? Thank you.
This is what makes everything that we do worthwhile. To have a day like this when you can see a little 6-year-old boy who has his whole future ahead of him get a roof over his head that's going to always be there.
The White's home is just one of many to be funded through the Housing Can't Wait initiative, which is a project led by the Housing Development Alliance, the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, and in partnership with Team Kentucky and several other organizations.
Recovery is a marathon and not a sprint, but anytime you can get that win, see that family get in the home, it's obviously an excellent day.
And for Spider-Man enthusiast Caleb White, he says he is excited to get the opportunity to decorate his bedroom in his favorite superhero.
It was amazing.
Celebrating the Christmas gift that will keep on giving for many years to come. In Knott County, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Last time we checked in with Caleb, he had a baby sister on the way. Caleb's dad, William White, says he is excited for not only Caleb to enjoy the home, but also Caleb's new baby sister, Maggie. White says he is fortunate baby Maggie will not have to go through all that Caleb has to get to this point.
Well, we continue to watch, for most, an absolutely beautiful day throughout the region today. Plenty of sunshine. It's a little warm, touch muggy, but otherwise pretty nice. There's the view from our Pikeville Medical Center camera. Blue skies, temperatures middle and upper 70s right now. Heading on out to Lake Cumberland, yeah, we're noticing a couple of those spotty downpours trying to go up in the distance, but for the most part, we're in pretty good shape here on the Pulaski County side of Lake Cumberland. Low to even middle 80s at this point, some upper 70s elsewhere. So not a bad evening out there. Middle and upper 50s when it comes to the dew point. That's the best direct measurement of moisture at the surface. And once we get above 60, that's when you start to feel it. So some folks starting to feel it a little, but for the most part in good shape. A couple of downpours trying to get going on the lake. But the closest that's actually formed is, well, to the west. Your forecast first as we head through the next 12 hours. We continue to see those temperatures head on down into the lower 60s later on tonight. I'll have the details on when we really bump those temperatures up in a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. A North Carolina man is facing several charges in Kentucky after police say he caused quite a ruckus at a truck stop. Police in London say they were called to the BP truck stop last Wednesday because of a man under the influence. While responding, officials say they got another call about the man screaming, jumping into a truck, and speeding away. When officers tried to do a field sobriety test, they say 40-year-old Brian Kendall Bank refused and started yelling and cursing. Bank had to be removed from St. Joseph Hospital for safety reasons, and police say he threatened to kill the officer who was taking him to jail, kill a judge, and blow up the courthouse. He was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center.
Staying in Laurel County, police say they need your help finding a second suspect in a theft case. On Memorial Day, officials say 2 men stole more than $2,000 worth of tools from a car parked at a business near Highway 490. One suspect, 37-year-old Bobby Rutter, was arrested and taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. The other man is still on the run. If you have any information, you can call the Laurel County Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600.
The man charged in connection with the death of a 4-year-old Bullitt County girl pleaded guilty today in court. Dakota Hill pleaded guilty to the murder in the death of Serenity McKinney. Hill was dating Serenity's mother, Catherine McKinney. Serenity's body was found in a wooded area along the Jefferson-Bullitt County line last year. The coroner says it was a homicide but never listed a cause of death. A family attorney claims Hill was abusing McKinney and her daughter. Serenity's grandmother says the family is still devastated.
She was 4 years old. She was a little girl. What could she have possibly done to deserve any of this? I'll never understand. I don't think anybody will ever understand.
In exchange for the guilty plea, prosecutors are recommending a 50-year sentence. Serenity's mother also took a plea deal in the case. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison last month. Hill will be sentenced in July.
Right now, the visitation is underway for a Scott County deputy killed in the line of duty. Deputy Caleb Conley served with the Sheriff's Office for 4 years. Before that, he served 8 years in the U.S. Army. The 35-year-old grew up and lived in Harrison County. He was shot and killed during a traffic stop on Interstate 75 last week. Conley's funeral is tomorrow at Scott County High School. Governor Andy Beshear ordered flags at all state buildings to be lowered to half-staff tomorrow in Conley's honor.
Could a West African plant cure opioid addiction? That's what the Kentucky Opioid Abatement Advisory Commission wants to explore. The commission shared plans this morning on those new therapeutic treatment options. It's called Ibogaine, and right now it is not FDA approved. But Susan Austerman wishes her son Tyler could have gotten the treatment. She says she's frustrated by the FDA's lack of urgency.
When I think about the loss of lives, I don't sleep at night. There's 300 people a day in this country are dying.
Kentucky is number 2 in the nation in terms of per capita opioid overdose death rates, but the commission wants to be number 1 in the solution. During the COVID-19 public health emergency, more folks across the state were eligible for Medicaid and Medicare, and benefit renewals were automatically completed. Now, since the emergency is over, yearly renewals are starting up again.
WYMT's Jordan Mullins spoke to Anthem Medicaid officials in Pikeville at a renewal resource event about the changes and a local organization about how the event is impacting the community.
After the end of the COVID-19 public health emergency, those eligible for Medicare or Medicaid must now renew their benefits, and Anthem has begun hosting events to help folks across the state.
With the Medicaid renewals that they're doing, we have set up events throughout the state to provide our members with information about what to do if they were to receive a renewal notice.
On Wednesday, Anthem hosted a renewal resource day at the Westcare Perry Klein Emergency Shelter in Pikeville, inviting folks to come in and get help renewing or updating their information.
It's really important for Medicaid members at this time to have their information in the system and up to date, their phone numbers, all their contact information, their emails, their mailing address, wherever they receive their mail. It's really important that that is all up to date.
Anna Bevins, program director at the Perry Klein Emergency Shelter, adds that while this is a community event, it is also important to the shelter's clients, helping them succeed.
This is to bring awareness to your health, to make sure that you get the things you need to keep you healthy and keep you working and keep you able to succeed.
And bringing in other organizations to offer assistance.
Just bringing that all in one place where they can get that done at the same time. We even have the housing authorities here, so they can also apply for the housing and jobs and things like that. It's really nice to have all that in one spot for them.
Coming together to ensure no one is left behind. In Pikeville, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Anthem officials say to visit connect.ky.gov for more information on how to renew your benefits, update your information, and check your eligibility for several programs. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.